Today, I had an idea for a quick video going through the liturgical year coming up and what the changes of the little office are across. Now, I'm making this 2025 in November. Next Sunday is the first Sunday of Advent, so it starts a new liturgical year, and then it's 2026. So you can see I've got the calendar up here. So let's see if I can remember all the details as we go through. Let's see. It's this one. Okay. Cool. So we are, what color have I got at the moment? We are around here somewhere. Oh, except we're not purple yet, but Advent's coming up. So it's going to be the first Sunday of Advent on the 30th of November this year. Oh, has that come up for you guys? Yes. Okay. You can see that. So we've got 4 Sunday of Advent, 1, 2, and then Gaudete Sunday is the rose-coloured one. And go back to purple for the 4th Sunday of Advent. So this is the Advent season where we use Office 2. So can you see a little tiny number 2 there? And we start Office 2 at Vespers of the Saturday beforehand. So Vespers of the 29th of November, we'll start using the Office 2 responses, and we'll also change to the Alma Redemptoris Mater. So Alma Redemptoris is one of the 4 Marian antiphons. All right, the other change for Advent is No Te Deum. So No Te Deum Advent, except on a couple of feast days. Let's put those in orange. So we've got the Feast of the Immaculate Conception and Our Lady of Guadalupe. And for these, we still use Office 2, but we can include the Te Deum for these feasts. I'll put TD for Te Deum for the 8th and the 12th. Okay. And then we come up to the big feast of the Nativity of our Lord, where we start Office 3. So Office 3 again starts Vespers the day before, and we'll continue. Office 3 continues. You can see a number 3 there. It continues through the next change is on the Feast of the Purification of Our Lady, where we go back to number 1. Okay, so Office 2 is actually quite short. Office 3 goes for quite a bit longer, and then Office 1 begins again. Let's see. So, of course, when the Feast of the Nativity comes along, the Te Deum is resumed. So we have the Te Deum again. And we still have Alma Redemptoris Mater. So Alma for Advent and for Christmas. And it's got different things changing, the office and the Marian antiphon. The next big change comes for Septuagesima. Let's use another purple sort of thing. So this is a Sunday, a few Sundays before the Ash Wednesday. So I'll put a little cross on Ash Wednesday. So nowadays Lent doesn't start till, Lent starts Ash Wednesday, but as a way of getting ready for it ahead of time, we'd stop the Alleluia. So it's the Farewell to Alleluia here, if I can spell Alleluia. So Farewell to Alleluia will be the day before Septuagesima. And that's when you can sing some extra Alleluias for the end of Vespers. Actually, that's part of the full Divine Office. The little office doesn't have that, but we do stop singing the Alleluias. So the last Alleluia is for Vespers. And this is still because Office 1 doesn't come till the purification on the Monday. So we're still singing Office 3 for Septuagesima this next year. Okay, so Office 3 Septuagesima without Alleluias. And then for the purification, it's actually Vespers, like with the other things. So Office 1 starts at Vespers of Septuagesima Sunday next year. And so for the Septuagesima again, no Te Deum. And as with Advent, there's an exception for the feasts of Our Lady, like the Annunciation. There's the Annunciation. Oh, there's also Our Lady of Lourdes on the 11th. I didn't put that in. So that's another one where you can sing the Te Deum. So there's a Te Deum. But it still wouldn't have the Alleluia then. So Feast of the Annunciation is an important one. We still don't have the Alleluias, but we use mode 2 because, office 2, which is the Advent office without Alleluias, because the Advent office is taken from the Annunciation. So it's got lots of the angel Gabriel appearing to Mary sort of antiphons. Yeah. So, and there's a change. Instead of the Alma Redemptoris Mater, we're singing Ave Regina Caelorum. So Ave Regina Caelorum. Caelorum for starting with the purification. And continuing, well, the Triduum is kind of a special one. What color should we use for the Triduum? Yeah, what color is the Triduum? I can't remember. I thought I'd do all the research. Let's put it in purple because it's kind of ultra Lenty, even though, yeah, Good Friday's black. Who knows? Anyway, so that's the Triduum where we don't publicly sing the Little Office. So you can say that this Lenten sort of Little Office goes up to the Wednesday, and then you could still privately say the Little Office or even sing it, but it might be a good spot to flip over to the Divine Office because there's a lot of wonderful stuff going on for the Divine Office then. Then Easter Sunday, we have Office 1 plus the Paschal thing. So we have Regina Caeli happening all over the place. Regina Caeli season. And that would start would that? So there's a change where it used to be the Easter Vigil would be in the morning, and so by Vespers of Easter Saturday, it was full on Paschal tide, pretty much. But now, if you're celebrating the Easter Vigil at the evening, it feels a bit funny to start doing Paschal stuff for Vespers on Saturday. So how about leave it up to you exactly when you start your Paschal type singing. If you're doing the pre-55 thing, then you'd be doing First Vespers, which is kind of consistent. So I'll put First Vespers, which will be the Saturday. But if you're doing the 62 rubrics, it makes sense to wait till after the Easter Vigil to crack out all the Regina Caelis and things like that. Okay, so then Regina Caeli, there's Pentecost is still Regina Caeli up to Trinity Sunday. So Trinity Sunday is the next one where we drop the Regina Caeli and go over to Salve Regina. Salve Regina. And that would start on the Vespers of the Saturday before Trinity Sunday. Okay, so that kind of all makes sense. Now, move this along and look at the second half of the year. So I think we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of the Marian antiphons. So you can see it's pretty much plain sailing. This is time after Pentecost. So yeah, it's all Office 1. Office 1. The Te Deum is going. We had Te Deum come back here. Te Deum. And we've got a couple of feast days of Our Lady if you want to celebrate those in a particular way. I can't remember any extra special things for the Little Office, but it might be an extra reason to pray the Little Office on those days. So Feast of the Assumption on the 15th of August, Our Lady's birthday on the 8th of September, and the Feast of the Holy Rosary on the 7th of October. And it all goes through to Advent next year. So Advent next year begins the 29th of November. So you'll be singing all Salve Regina all through like that, pretty much half of the year. And then until Vespers on the 28th of November when it starts, a new liturgical year starts again. And I think that's it. So hopefully that makes enough sense. If you have any questions, if you want to clarify things, there should be a comments box wherever I post this video. And okay. Happy singing the Little Office of Our Lady for the next liturgical year. God bless. Bye.